What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's late night agenda, where we are going to be talking about three major topics: a Bobby Firmino contract, Steve Ballmer having no interest in buying Liverpool Football Club, and of course we're going to be talking about a little bit of Jude Bellingham. Now, before you say out loud, Craig, stop talking about Bellingham, just admit we love a bit of Bellingham chat. We all do. You can tell me to stop, but I'm not going to. Anyway, my friends, it's great to be back after a few days away. If my colour on the screen looks a little bit off or looks a bit in and out at the minute, I'm in a different part of my house, so I'm just trying to figure out the lighting situation, so do bear with me on that one. But, as always, I want to know your thoughts on the three subjects I'm going to speak about tonight. Drop a like on the video and, of course, hit that subscribe button for me. So let's start off with Bobby, because I've been wondering for quite a while what the plan is going to be. Bobby's out of contract at the end of this season, and we're all starting to wonder, would the club be willing to negotiate a new deal? What would the pay look like? How would Bobby receive it? And all of this other stuff. But it looks like now that Bobby Firmino is negotiating with Liverpool Football Club around a 2-year extension, and there's been some chatter as well about an option of a 3rd year. So I don't know about the wages. I don't know if he'll be staying on the same wages, taking an increase, taking a decrease. I'd be lying if I told you that. But I think it's a smart move from Liverpool Football Club. Look, I know Bobby isn't the Bobby of old, but I still think he has a part to play in this squad. And I still think that he can teach others around him, like Fabio Carvalho, Harvey Elliott, a lot of stuff. So for me, if it's a case of keep Bobby on and not get another forward, I'm not sure how I feel about it. But if it's a case of just keep Bobby on for continuity and the fact that we're going to already have a lot of changes coming up with Milner, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Naby Keita, and a couple of others probably leaving the club, then I understand it. I guess it'll come down to what those wages are. But for me, I think this is sensible from the club. You might as well keep Bobby there with Mohamed Salah, Luis Diaz. Obviously, we're going to have Diogo Jota as well. And then the likes of Cade Gordon and Trent Doherty and other young players, Musialowski coming through. So let's wait and see. But for me, I'm happy that the club are at least speaking with them. And again, taking the newspaper stories, it seems like Bobby is happy and settled in Liverpool. So good news for me on that one. And second up, the ownership situation. So again, this goes from they're just looking for investment all the way through to they're looking to sell the club. Honestly, my vibe is that they want to sale. Now, I'm not ruling out an investment, but I do pick up that it seems like Liverpool are looking, or FSG are looking to sell Liverpool. So I don't think it's going to be a quick process. I don't think it'll certainly, I'd be amazed if it was done before the window opens in January. But I do feel like we're going to get new owners and it won't be an investment. Let me know your thoughts on that one. Steve Ballmer, who of course owns the Clippers in America and is a former Microsoft executive, I believe, or one of the founders of Microsoft. He was somebody a lot of Liverpool fans were getting in contact with me, hoping would have an interest in adding to his portfolio of sports teams and other businesses. But apparently it looks like he's got no interest in adding a sports team at this moment in time. So where does that leave us then? Well, exactly where we were before, waiting, because we just don't know. I know that there's been interest from all different parts of the world. A club the size of Liverpool doesn't really come on the market these days too often. So it's no surprise to me to hear that FSG have been inundated with interest around the club. The price tag looks like it's going to be around £4 billion, which I think equates to something like $5 billion. But again, we'll have to just wait and see who the owners are. All I hope for is that it's not a state-backed fund. I've been very consistent on that one. But after that, I'm open to hearing who the prospective new owners may be. And to give FSG the credit, and I've tried to say this right the way through this process, I don't think they will sell to just anybody. I really don't. I think for all their faults, and there have been many, they have obviously a lot of great points as well, but I just can't see them selling to somebody who's going to just come in and undo the good work that they've done, or that won't sit well with us fans. And by that I don't mean like we have to love the new owners and everything about them. I mean, I just don't think they'll sell us to people who they've fought their entire time at Liverpool fighting against. Those state-backed funds that I'm speaking about, your Manchester Cities, your Newcastles, obviously your Paris Saint-Germains as well. I just don't see them doing that. So we'll wait and see what happens. But for me, it will be a sale, and I don't know who to. I honestly haven't got a clue. And I haven't even looked into it, in all honesty, because there's too many prospective new owners to actually start looking through them all, because you'd be wasting time. And I'd rather spend that time trying to come up with stuff around Jude Bellingham, which, by the way, I have done. See the way I've done that? Nice little segue in there. Can I be honest with you all? After taking 4 or 5 days off, I feel really nervous tonight recording this video, and I don't usually feel nervous coming on to speak with you guys or record anything, but after a few days away, the stomach's jingling a little bit. Not because, ho, 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 fat man Christmas and all that, but I just don't know. Just feel a bit nervous. Anyway, so let's get on to the Jude chat that we've all been waiting for. I've told you guys for the longest time that there will be names mentioned, clubs mentioned, figures mentioned. There will be City, Real Madrid, and all these other teams. But I've been very consistent about one thing. If it comes down to a choice, Jude Bellingham will be at Liverpool Football Club. If Liverpool pay the fee, Jude Bellingham will be at Liverpool Football Club. Now today, the Mirror have ran with a story that said, Real Madrid are reportedly unwilling to meet Borussia Dortmund's £130 million valuation of Jude Bellingham, despite being keen on his signature. Hang on a minute. But I thought Jude Bellingham didn't sign a contract extension at Dortmund because Florentino Perez and Real Madrid asked him not to. I thought that according to all the Spanish outlets that were running with these stories, that it was a formality, that Real Madrid were getting him at all costs and that he had his mind made up. And as I said, because they asked him not to, he wouldn't sign an extension. As I have told you, that is all nonsense. He has, to my knowledge, no interest in going to Real Madrid at this point of his career. I can't rule out City as a genuine option. I can't. I don't think myself that he would look at Manchester City as a club that will fulfill what he wants. And of course he wants to win stuff. Of course he wants to be looking at Ballon d'Ors. Of course he wants to be in the teams of the season and all that other stuff. But I just get a doubt about that being a good fit for him. He speaks about legacy. He speaks about wanting to share moments with the fans and all that stuff. And as I keep pointing out, he'll get a lot of success at City, but I don't think he will get that satisfaction. Because whatever Kevin De Bruyne or Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, any of these players say, there's no part of me that doesn't believe that they look at success at a Liverpool or a Manchester United or maybe an Arsenal this season if they win the league, and they don't see that it's much bigger. They've much bigger fan bases at Liverpool, Manchester United, Arsenal and whomever. And you can see what it means to the city. You can see what it means to the fans around the world. Just look at the Etihad. Last Champions League game, I would say 20% of the stadium empty. Can you imagine that on a European night at Old Trafford, or a big European night, I should say, a Champions League night at Old Trafford, at Anfield, at the Etihad? All right, I know Champions League nights and the Etihad haven't gone together for a while, but it looks like they'll be returning. I can't. So I don't think that he will take that move. I think we couldn't match Manchester City financially, obviously. I think we couldn't match Manchester City's wages. But for me, if FSG or Liverpool or whoever come up with the dough, Jude Bellingham will be a Liverpool Football Club player. I'm absolutely convinced of that. Not just because of what I've been told and what I've been saying for a long time, but because I genuinely think it's the right fit for him at this stage of his career. He can look at our midfield and think, I can be that difference maker. I can be the one to revitalise that midfield. And that's all we're really missing. Our defence, yes, we can speak about individual errors. We can speak about Trent wanting to be better and a few other things. But ultimately, Van Dijk came in and revitalised the defence. Salah and Mane came in with Firmino and did it to the forward line. And I think Bellingham will look at this as an opportunity to show that he is going to be a difference maker. He will take Liverpool's midfield and make them back to what they once were. That's my take on it. Over to you guys now. Let me know in the comment section. Do drop a like on the video. And of course, I hope to see you for the watch-alongs of the World Cup on Monday. I'll be doing the England game starting from 12 p.m. on the Anfield Agenda Twitch channel. We are being sponsored by Circl for all of our World Cup content. So, of course, you can join us in the goal gifter circle that we'll be running. If you don't know what Circl is, I'll speak to you about it in another day. Just know the link's in the description. 18 plus, UK residents only, football sweepstakes, loads of fun, great crack with the lads when we do the streams, and we will be playing along with you guys as always. So I will be back tomorrow night. I look forward to chatting with you all. Let me know your thoughts on Firmino, on the ownership situation, and of course on Jude Choo Choo Bellingham. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.